Hey traders, and welcome back to IFX Success, and I would like to go over the new dashboard. We have added two more columns which are going to be the H1 reversal breaker and the 4-hour reversal breaker. So how do they actually work is that it's going to be an anticipation of an entry. Let's say, for example, we have here dollar CAD, right? So if we're going based on a strategy 4-hour by looking at the 4-hour trend and then looking at the 15-minute entries, then what we can do is that if you take a look at the 4-hour breaker, then we have here a bullish breaker, right? So what we'd be doing is we will be looking for a bullish breaker on M15. But what you're going to see is that if we have a 4-hour reversal breaker, which is right over here, we have already a bearish breaker. So this already letting me know that I should be looking for selling opportunities instead of buying, that this bullish breaker is no longer valid. It has ended, the cycle has ended, and then I should be looking for bearish opportunities. And take a look at here on my right hand side, I have two bearish candles, the 4-hour and the daily candle. So let's take a look in here our dollar CAD, and let me just show you how it actually worked out very nicely. We have here the 15-minute. This is a 15-minute entry. So today we have an order block entry right over here, and pretty much, you know what, let me just add in over here the reversal breaker. Okay, so here's the reversal breaker. It's actually shaded in gray. We have here on the 15 minutes one, and let me just show you from the 4 hours what is it that how we're looking over here. Let me just get rid of a couple of stuff over here so that we can see the market better. And so here it is. We have on order block right over here, which is the one that is going to let me know that we have, once we have actually bearish breaker. So right over here at the bottom, we have the bullish breaker, which the market actually went up very nicely. And right over here, we have the reversal breaker, right? So the reversal breaker again is letting me know that this bullish breaker has ended, that it's possible that the market now is going to go into the opposite direction. So by the time I wait for this order block to happen, then it might be just too late, right? Of course, it's always nice to wait for it if that's what you would like. But to me, on my side, I actually would like to see if I can anticipate an entry. Of course, we have to wait for the 4-hour reversal breaker to happen first. And once it happens first, all we're doing is we're waiting for a reversal, a retest of this breaker, and then to wait for an entry on 15 minutes, which is actually what happened on 15 minutes. So I'm going to highlight this right over here, which is the entry on 15 minutes. So we're going to go down here to 15 minutes, and then here is my highlighted, and this is where I got my breaker, my bearish breaker. The market went down, reversed a little bit, and then this is where it happened. So from here, if you would have entered right over here, it would have been 58 pips. But if you would had to wait for an actual breaker to happen, if you were looking at the dashboard, if we would had to wait for the breaker to happen on the 4-hour breaker regularly, then we would just pretty much be waiting and then not give an entry, right? So also on 1 hour, we already have the regular breaker and the reversal breaker, and then I had it on 4 hours. So to me, that was already an enough reason for me to enter on selling on the market, right? So the same thing goes for euro dollar, which is the opposite of dollar CAD. And so we can see here we had bullish breakers, and under the 4-hour regular breaker, it was bearish. So on your side, you would be saying, okay, I have to look for selling opportunities, a bearish breaker on euro dollar, and then if it happened, maybe it might be a really short entry, because what is giving me already here on a 4-hour reversal breaker is already letting me know that this breaker is no longer valid. That's pretty much what the reversal breaker is letting me know. So if we take a look at the euro dollar right over here, what we have is that this is 1 hour right over here. So let's go to the 4 hours. And again, I had to add in over here the reversal breakers. Okay, so this is euro dollar over here, and what we're doing is we are waiting. We had here the bearish breaker along with the reversal breaker. The market went down, and right over here is our reversal breaker, and this is our order block, right? This is our order block. So if we wanted to buy, waiting for a buying opportunity on pretty much on euro dollar, we will have to wait again for a breaker to happen first, right? Or if you wanted to keep selling, then, yes, it could be a possibility, but now there's more of a possibility that the market is actually going to turn around. So it really all depends on, market conditions, and we still have to analyze and see if this breaker is valid, right? We have to see if it's still valid, so we can go to 15 minutes and see if we got a euro dollar 15-minute breaker. And then here it is, we got a 15-minute breaker when market went up. If you wanted to wait for a breaker retest on 15 minutes to see if it was a good entry, pretty much you would just have to wait until we enter into this zone. And then we got the entry over here, and then the market went up very nicely. But that's only if we had to wait for our 4-hour, pretty much we just have to make sure that on euro dollar we have to wait for a 4-hour reversal breaker to happen, have a retest of it, and then get a bullish breaker on 15 minutes. Or again, we also had a 1-hour regular breakers and reversal breaker, and then we also had a bullish daily candle. So that was already enough reason for us to be buying. So this is why I highly recommend now to, when you have just to rely also on reversal breakers, not just to rely on regular breakers. Why? Because that could mean that the pretty much that cycle has ended. That is pretty much what that means. So the same thing, let's say Australian dollar. Right now, I'm only really looking at these pairs to trade. That is really up to you how many pairs you want to analyze and take a look at. But, to me, I get very overwhelmed by looking at too many things. This looks like a Christmas tree already, and then getting all these alerts, I get pretty overwhelmed, and then I just start to make mistakes. So to me, it's just better to see a few and to really actually have more quality than quantity. Sometimes we think that by having more, we might get more opportunities and we might do better, but at the end of the day, it's better quality than quantity. So it's really up to you. I mean, for my personality, I can only really trade only a few pairs and really analyze and really see what's going on with the market. So that's pretty much it when it comes down to the reversal breakers. So reversal breakers happen way before the regular breakers. Sometimes they do happen at the same time. So when they happen at the same time, that's like thumbs up. That's the best thing that can happen. And all you have to do once they happen, then wait for a breaker to happen on the 15 minutes, or you can still look and analyze on yourself just to see what is going on. So pretty much, like, let's say on pound dollar, if we want to buy, it's best to wait for any of these two to happen first. We don't really have this, and we don't even have a reversal breaker yet on 1 hour. So pound dollar, I know right now it had a nice run down, and then now it's kind of moving up. So this is pound dollar. I know there's a lot of lines in here, but this is what is going on right now. This is 1 hour. So in 1 hour, the market went down, and pretty much right now it bounced off in here, and it is going up. But I feel like on my other MetaTrader, I do have an order block that happened way before over here. This has an empty space. There was an actually bearish candle on my MT4, on my other MT4, and it actually showed the breaker over here instead of here. So, but if we were gonna go, if we were gonna sell again, we do have a 4-hour breaker over here. I'm not showing again the reversal breaker, but again, all we have to do is wait for the market to go down, reverse back, pretty much retest, and then that's when we would actually pull the trigger and enter in the market. Right now, it just had a small reversal. It could happen that maybe it might keep on going higher. I mean, who knows? But at the end of the day, pound dollar, it also gave out a nice 15-minute breaker based on a 4-hour breaker happening on 4 hours. So pretty much this was the entry. And you see right over here, we have a divider which is showing this is previous day and this is the current day. If by any chance you see the breaker happening and you want to re-enter, well, you can still re-enter on these points right over here, and it still might not be too late. So the market went down, it hit this support, and then right now we had a 15-minute breaker happening. But what I really would like is for if I really wanted to buy and really follow the strategy, is to wait for a 1-hour breaker to happen. Although here it shows is an uptrend, pretty much is retesting in here, but I'm sure there was an error, MetaTrader error right here on that. But again, if we were following the 4-hour trend, then that sell entry opportunity was great right over here, right, which was a 15-minute entry. So that's pretty much it when it comes down to the dashboard that is updated. It's just pretty much giving us heads up what is going on. So you take a look in here again, you're gonna read it from right to left. You want to see what your candles are doing. You want to see if you're in any zone whatsoever. If you're in any zone, you can go and take a look and see if you can buy or sell. Like right over here, we are in 1-hour selling zone on gold. So I can take a look and see if it's good to enter or not, right? Also on gold, we have 1-hour, 4-hour reversal breaker and a regular breaker. And I know gold, and we have here daily and 1-hour, daily and 4-hour candle bullish. So I know on gold there were actually opportunities to buy instead of selling. And we can actually take a look at here. Gold, there was some type of news, something going on yesterday that kind of disrupted the market. So this bearish breaker was really not a valid breaker. Although it is there, it's just if you can tell, this is really disrupted move. This is not a really good move. So pretty much on gold, on my side, on my end, the way I was reading it is pretty much going based on here and the 4-hour information. And so to me, this was really the buying zones over here. And you can tell the market actually kept on going higher and higher. We had a daily and 4-hour candle. So on gold, just kind of be careful, with drastic moves on gold or any pair. If you see any drastic moves or any news that disrupted the market movement, then kind of, think about that. Like this was definitely a no-no. Although, on the dashboard also, of course, is giving us that it's selling, but this to me was just, I would not follow this. I would just follow the 4-hour breaker right over here, which we have over here. So the market broke it. The market came in and retested this area, and then now it's going up to maybe possibly to this high over here or even higher. The gold has a lot of potential now to keep on going higher. So that is how you're actually going to read the dashboard. So first, if you see your 4-hour reversal, if let's say everything is bearish and then you happen to have a bullish reversal breaker, then now it's good. It heads up for you that once you get a 15-minute bullish breaker, then you can actually see if you can enter. Of course, you want to be able to enter along with candles as well, at least with the 4-hour, preferably with the daily. And then, you would enter buying on this situation right over here, right? So in the same thing, if everything was bullish, let's say everything in here, let's say it was bullish, and in order for us to sell, all we have to do is make sure first that we get a 4-hour reversal breaker. If they happen at the same time, then that's thumbs up. Then all we have to do is then wait patiently for an entry either on 15 minutes or 1-hour breaker going in the same direction than any of these two right over here, preferably the 4-hour reversal breaker, and then obviously going along with the daily candle, preferably. If it does not, at least with the 4-hour candle. And that's pretty much it. Don't complicate it. Try to make it as simple as can. Of course, I know there are more other little details that you need to know and follow, but at least this is the main idea, okay? The main idea. You need to first wait. If you get a 1-hour reversal breaker, you cannot enter right away. You have to wait for a bearish breaker to happen also along. If you want to enter with a 1 hour reversal breaker in 15 minutes, then you have to wait for a 15-minute breaker to happen as well after you get a reversal breaker. You cannot enter just like that on a reversal breaker. When everything is bullish and you get one reversal breaker, you cannot enter. You have to wait for a pretty much a retest and then get an entry on a smaller time frame. All right, traders, if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope this is clear, and I will see you.